I'm about to hit, or just recently hit, 3,000 subscribers, and I want to say a huge thank you to you if you watch my videos and follow the journeys of the wild mustangs that I've been gentling. Now, in a lot of ways, YouTube has actually really changed my life. So let's take care of some horses, and I'm going to share with you all the ways that YouTube has affected me. Now, by YouTube standards, 3,000 still is not a very big channel. However, when I think about each and every one of you who is subscribed to my channel, it just blows my mind that 3,000 people would subscribe to me. And let me tell you why it's so hard for me to believe. Now, one thing that you may not know about me is that I am a big-time introvert. And growing up, I wasn't just an introvert, but I was also painfully shy. The kind of shy where someone might say hello, and I said hi back, and then I became so uncomfortable with their attention and focus being on me, my face would start to turn red, and then I would feel embarrassed about that, and then I would be embarrassed about being embarrassed, and my face just kept getting redder and redder, and it was just such a painful time in my life. Growing up, I was always known as the shy and quiet person, and all I ever wanted to do was blend in. In fact, if I ever did speak up, people would be like, oh, hey, look, the quiet person's talking, and make a big deal of it, and that was exactly what I did not want. So I became very fearful of speaking up in groups, especially. Now, I've done a lot to overcome that shyness I had, but it's still ironic that someone like me ended up on YouTube. But I do think that there are a lot of introverts here on this platform. Okay, so why did I join YouTube? In other words, what value did it give me, and how has it changed my life? Okay, so I had a lot of reasons for joining YouTube. However, when I thought about it, I could really group these into 3 different categories on why I joined. The first reason was to share my passion while becoming a part of a community. Right now, my channel features the gentling of wild mustangs, but when I first started, my channel featured Theodore. Now, I went through a really tough time with Theodore initially. We really struggled, and it was being brought down so low where I had to do a lot of learning about horse behavior and psychology, and then starting from the ground with groundwork. And that completely changed my whole relationship with this little horse right here. When I was starting to see these changes, I just became so excited about this, and I was just spamming my friends and family on my social media accounts. I subconsciously started to realize that I needed to reach the right audience within the horse community, an audience that was also excited and passionate about the things that I was sharing. Now, because I've primarily rented horse barns or had my horses at my house, I have never really been part of the local horse community, and I really miss out on that. But because of social media and YouTube, I've been able to connect with other horse and Mustang lovers and have really built some sweet friendships out of it. And I actually met my closest friend here on YouTube, and to me, that is just such a valuable relationship. It's priceless, and it's all because of YouTube. So my next reason for joining YouTube was wanting to grow personally and professionally. I wanted to be better at articulating and sharing my ideas, and I wanted to feel more comfortable being in front of and speaking to a camera, which is totally unnatural and is something you have to work hard at learning how to do. I knew that by being on YouTube, I would develop so many valuable skills. Running a YouTube channel is literally like running a small business. You have to learn how to target an audience. You have to learn how to add value to your product. You have to learn how to study analytics. You have to learn how to create, how to design, make thumbnails, how to edit. There's so many things. The list just goes on and on. Now, I love to nerd out on the business side of things, and that's really a new self-discovery. And I'm just starting on that journey. I'm always learning how to make better videos and build other skills that are marketable wherever I end up using them. These skills that I'm learning can easily be transferred to any other area that I choose. And because of this, my self-confidence and self-value from a business perspective is shooting way up. I'm starting to realize my own self-worth and just what I bring to the table now, and I'm gonna continue growing in that area. This YouTube experience is so valuable. Okay, so my last reason for joining YouTube was to make money on YouTube, and quite frankly, when I started YouTube, That was a desire, but I never believed that I actually could make money. I never believed I'd actually get big enough to make some money on YouTube. And I'm now in the YouTube Partner Program, which means I make a little bit off of ads, which is helpful. I make about $100 a month, which, believe me, is awesome. It's the most valuable $100 a month I'll ever make. There's a real pride in making something out of nothing and being able to make money without needing an employer. However, there is a big fat but. I have horses to feed. The money I make on YouTube does not even begin to cover my cost of caring for the horses, feeding the horses, editing. Editing can take anywhere from 5 to 20 hours per video, so my time is not at all compensated for that. So it's really rough being a YouTuber. Quite frankly, from a financial perspective, YouTube is absolutely not worth it right now. However, I am really excited to be making money on this platform, and I do want to thank each and every one of you who are supporting me on this channel. And if you watch and enjoy my videos but aren't yet subscribed, would you consider subscribing? That can really help the channel out, as it gives valuable feedback to YouTube. The universe says yes, he wants to go out. When you interact with a video by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, that gives valuable feedback to YouTube, and that feedback helps the videos to rank a little bit better. And when a video ranks better, it becomes more accessible and easier to find for others who might be interested in that content. So it really does help the channels out. And that is what keeps the channel healthy and growing, and I'd actually ask you to consider doing that for anyone that you watch. That can really help them out, and they will so appreciate it. It is really easy for a YouTuber to get burnt out. It's a constant flow of needing to create videos and feeling behind and getting caught up, and it's a lot of work. So if you're enjoying the content you watch, please do subscribe. It's similar to supporting a small business, and it doesn't cost a thing. YouTube is absolutely not financially worth it to me. However, I find so much value in everything else that it's worth it for me to keep making videos right now. I do really hope that in the future I'll be reimbursed for my time more, and I'll be able to sponsor the Mustangs on this channel. So that's a goal of mine. I'm actually reading a book right now by Daryl Eves that talk about all the different ways that you can utilize and leverage YouTube to make money. Guys, there are so many different opportunities on YouTube. And if you're watching this and thinking about starting a YouTube channel and want to do it for a long run, I recommend watching Make 100 Crappy Videos by Roberto Blake. That video was gold, and it really helped me when I first got started. So I've now made over 100 long-form videos, and while I deleted the early ones from my first year, the important thing is I made them and I kept moving forward. YouTube most definitely is a marathon and not a sprint. If you want to look back with me at one of my former videos, check out my 1,000 subscriber video. I know I'm going to look back at watching this one today when I hit my next big milestone. Thank you all for watching, and thank you so much for 3,000 subscribers. Woohoo!